It figures to be a wet one, but we'll have baseball for you on MLB Network nonetheless. Today, the opener of this three-game set between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Hendricks will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty D, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last three starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Gene Segura standing in, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting. Great defense. Good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
Well, if you're superstitious and believe in omens, this is really a bad sign. First hitter of the game, first chance to set the tone, and he sails the throw. We'll see if that was a fluke or the beginning of a trend.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Andrew McCutchen. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Strike 2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it, but he's approachable. As an offensive player, I just want to be able to turn around and say, is that as far as you're going today? And Woody will usually give you an answer.
The count now at 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. The second for one. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball. 1 ball.
2 out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
2-2 the count. Hit on the ground to short. Baez has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down quickly go the Phillies. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Aaron Nola gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, it's not easy to bunch anything together against this guy. In his last 3 starts, He has a whip of under 1.10. So we may see some hit and run. We may see some bunting. And we may see some running. Because if you want to lay around and try to get hits off this guy, that's not the right thing to do. One of the top pitchers in the game right now.
Here's Javier Baez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Pitch on the way. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
All right, Matty, they show up for game 1 of this road trip. They have to find a way to play a little bit better baseball. Coming off a recent homestand where they were only able to squeak out 3 wins, but at the end of the day, the way this team's been playing, 3 wins is a significant positive. So let's see how game 1 of this road trip treats them.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first 2.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's got that batting average up over 350 now. 7 homers and 17 RBIs. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2. Counts even to Hayward. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Here's Chris Bryant now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Does that look like self-defense there? It's 2-2.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still no score. Second inning coming up in Chicago. And with more on the weather forecast, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
And you know, the heavy stuff has finally arrived. This has got to be the hardest rain we've seen all afternoon.
The 1-0.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Hard sinker misses, 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Outside in a full count, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Now the payoff pitch home. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Has a look, now the pitch.
No, that's a ball.
Facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Gregorius hits a little over the 270 mark. Hoskins on at first, nobody out. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. So far on the year, Gregorius has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius.
2 strikes.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, reined in to second for 1, but no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get 1, which they did there.
Striding into the box, JT Realmuto, the winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for NL catchers. Runners off for second, flying toward right center, and the hit and run works perfectly, a base hit. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. Must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued. 0-0.
Up next will be Nick Williams. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And in steps Scott Kingery, as he'll take a look at ball 1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Kingery carries a batting line right at .240.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Ready with the 2-0. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Kipnis on to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
The pitcher, Aaron Nola.
Striding in, Aaron Nola. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pause, now the pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. 1-2. Here it is. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. On now to the bottom of the second. Philadelphia is on top, 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now here's the pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
2-2.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's a .417 hitter. 2 of those hits were for home runs. First offering on its way.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Weak grounder down the first baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. And another foul ball.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Fouled off. Ready with another 0-2. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
First pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 pitch on its way. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball one. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Hey, he threw that pitch with the purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Here's the 2-2. 3-2 now.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. Really tied him up on that one.
Yikes, he kind of looked clueless on that swing right there, Matt. If I'm pitching, I'm going right back to that same pitch.
1-2 now. As a look, now the pitch.
Ball.
Rizzo leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail this one 1-0. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The shortstop, Gene Segura.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Just a little bit off to start the 3rd now. That's 3 straight balls.
Phillies shortstop in front in the count, 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. The 3-2 pitch. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away. So with 1 away, time for a check at the standings now in the National League Central as you see where the Cubs find themselves entering play here today. Now in the box, Andrew McCutchen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. And here's a foul ball just off to the right as they get ahead of him here, 0-2. McCutchen, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to, he was selected in the 1st round back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Just hung in there on that one. Bases are empty, one man out. A little roller toward the hole. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Ready now, Bryce Harper. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. Bases are empty here with two men out. And he falls behind 0-2. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is.
Ball.
What?
Ball. Come on, playing 2-2. Ball.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Hit hard on the ground to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. The Phillies down in order. They lead it 1-0.
We're just about set to go here as the Cubs come to bat in the third inning, and Chicago fans have been fortunate to watch one of the best offenses around this season. And with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage in the league, it's probably safe to say they are an absolute force with the bat in their hands. As one coach put it, we're extremely fortunate. Fortunate to have incredible talent and fortunate to have incredible work ethic. Our guys really are always trying to improve their game, and you see that in the numbers they're putting up. Back to you, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Into the box for his first at-bat in this one, Jason Kipnis, showing some definite confidence at the plate right now, and his recent numbers are reflecting that. Now the pitch.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Got to find a way to grind.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Playing 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
So Digging in now, Kyle Hendricks. Textbook sack bunt situation here. Here comes the first pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
So striding in, Javier Baez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Harper has a read on it. 2 gone.
The right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Now at the plate, Jason Hayward. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Kipnis stands at second with 2 gone. A ball and a strike. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves. Only look over the hard low 17 inches.
1-2. Here it is. He struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway. First pitch of the at-bat. Drilled to the right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. This at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
Fouled away. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Weak roller right side. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, catcher, JT.
So a runner on second with one down now. And in steps the catcher, JT Realmuto. Comes set, now the pitch.
No. 1-0. Ball.
One run on 3 hits and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. That one's in there on the black. 2-1. All even now. 2-2. He's set, now the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Nick Williams is on deck. Runner at second here with one man out. And that misses, ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
He's set. Here it comes. Nick Williams comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Ball.
That's popped up. And that's going to fall for a base hit. Throw into third. And he's safe. The runner scores from second.
Now batting.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Stepping in now, Scott Kingery as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. There's one, and good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. Phillies will have to be content with just the one. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Phillies on top, 2-0. Now at the plate, Chris Bryant.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Ball. 2-1.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And that'll illustrate just how different these pitchers are. You can see 95 is the top speed for one starter, with the other topping out at just 89. So one away here in the Chicago 4th, and Wilson Contreras digs in at the plate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Rising fastball, then it catches the zone for a strike.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
And that misses 1-1.
1-1.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Contreras, base runner at first with 1 out. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now back. The left fielder.
At the plate, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0. Schwarber connects and sends a ball to deep right field. Harper looks up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 4th home run here in the early going, and it gives the Cubbies a 3-2 lead.
I'm sure at the plate right there, he's thinking stay up the middle, hard line drives to either gap. He did it one better, giving his team the lead right there with a huge 3-run bomb.
Standing in now, Ian Happ. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Ball. 2-0 to 10.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Happ with a 2-1 count now. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Popped him up. Hoskins is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now back, second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
First delivery to him on the way. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. To first. Hoskins has it. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. We're through 4, and Chicago's taken a 3-2 lead. Leading off the inning, Aaron Nola, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Nola.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
The 0-1 pitch. Late that time for a strike.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a ball, 1-0. Now.
2 balls, no strike.
Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Here's Kipnis now, the second baseman. And that's the second out.
The left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch.
Yep.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. This is line to left. And McCutchen has himself a base hit. So Bryce Harper will get a chance to hit here this inning following the base hit.
The right fielder,
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Phillies strand 1. They're down 3-2. So here now's the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
On its way is pitch number 75. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. There to take it is Gregorius for the first out.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
And that brings up Javi Baez. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. And he lays off there, 1-0. Ball 2 now. One out, nobody on. 2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
The 2-1 home is in off the plate.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swung on and missed. That strike 2.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Strike taken up in the zone.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Rhys Hoskins.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And as our graphic will illustrate, in terms of team rankings, he's currently second best on this Philly ball club in that department. Into the box, Didi Gregorius, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Right side, hit hard. And there's his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score. Jeremy Jeffress takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. In now, JT Realmuto. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Previous meetings with Jeremy Jeffress, 2 hits in 7 tries. He's taken him deep once. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's going to fall for a base hit. The tying run is in to score from second. It's a 3-3 game.
Hey, D-Row, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Into the box now, Nick Williams. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. 2-0 to the Phillies center fielder. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Scott Kingery will be next. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. And it's belted high and deep into right center. And that'll hit off the ivy out there. 1 run will score easily. Here's the second runner around third. Safe at the plate. And it's now 5-3.
Hey, talking about having a quality game, D-Row, with that base hit right there, that go-ahead RBI, that's his 4th run batted into the game.
I'm going to tell you what he's thinking right now, Dan. Bullpen, don't blow this for me, because I'm getting my name in the paper and I'm getting interviewed big time after this one.
At the plate now, Scott Kingery, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And it's quickly 0-2. 3 runs already home here. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Happ is right there, one down. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Now batting, the pitcher, Nola.
Digging in now, Nola. And with a runner already in scoring position and one away, he is likely not to be bunting here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Schwarber comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Segura.
Digging in once again, Gene Segura. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball.
The 1-0 home.
Ball.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to give in to this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. From the belt, the pitch.
Ball.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
Williams at second with 2 down. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
The left fielder, number 22.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Phillies lead this one 5-3. Riding in once again, Chris Bryant. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
And now a pitch on the way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
That's inside. 2-0. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. The 2-0 on the way. Liner in there for a base hit.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. Set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that misses, ball one. A runner at first with no outs here. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Two 2-0 pitch on the way.
Ball 3.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. A high fastball is in there. Nobody out, runner on first. Grounder down the line at third, but that finds its way through for a base hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Segura for 1. On to first, and Rizzo's retired as well. A double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Digging in, Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0.
Great job by everyone involved right there. Executed a great pitch, got the double play. But don't kid yourself, there's still a guy standing on third base. He still needs 1 more out.
And a fastball upstairs here that runs it to 2-0.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. Bryant at third with 2 away. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at-bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
A full count now to Kyle Schwarber. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Kingery's there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Rowan Wick is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 50.
Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate.
The right fielder for 3, Bryce Harper.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes ball 1. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Back goes Hayward to the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
Into the box now, Rhys Hoskins. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Set and the pitch. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. One ball and one strike to the Phillies' first baseman. A runner at second, nobody out. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Now another 2-2. This is on the ground over to first. Rizzo is there, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow!
Up next for Philadelphia, the third baseman, Gregorius.
So a runner stands at third. One man is out. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Gregorius now. Here comes the first pitch.
No.
Fastball well outside.
Great situation to be up at the plate right now, but if you're on the mound, there is absolutely no reason to give in to him. Stay on the outer quadrants of the plate and don't get beat in the middle.
Here it comes, 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
In there, 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right, and now it'll kick around in the corner. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
So now to the plate, JT Realmuto. In the dirt here, and a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. 1 out and a runner on second base. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Two balls and 2 strikes to the Phillies catcher.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And here's a curveball that's laid off that time. It's full, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
The 3-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
Now a throw over, and he'll get back in standing. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit out towards second. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 7-3 ball game.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4, you know that save situation's gone out the window. Don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt you. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a safe situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
First pitch on its way. Scott Kingery is at the plate as he watches ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Lets it fly 2-0, but this one's by him for the first strike. Sure took a healthy hack that time. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Neil Walker will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 12, Neil Walker.
Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Real Muto on third. Williams at second with 2 gone. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Two and 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Has a look, now the pitch. Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Happ brings it in. The run scores from second. It's a 9-3 game now.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
To the plate now, Gene Segura. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Phillies lead it 9-3. Robert Stock gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Robert Stock.
Into the box, Ian Happ 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch coming, here it is. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Williams is under it. 1 out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Standing in, Jason Kipnis. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here it comes. One out, nobody on. Hit to third. And quickly there are 2 away.
The batter, the pitcher, Trevor McGill.
Victor Caratini will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Hitting for the Cubs, number 7, Victor Caratini.
Lays off 1-0. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
That's a strike.
2 out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
The 3-1 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by. But on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Javier Baez. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. From the stretch.
0-1.
The 0-1 pitch. Ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. All right, let's go.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Caratini is off at first with 2 away. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Jason Hayward is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Cubs strand a couple. Still way back. It's 9-3. Ryan Tepera comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Ryan.
New inning set to get underway. Stepping into the box, Andrew McCutchen. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1.
No.
And think about it. In Game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
The 1-1 now to McCutchen.
1, 2.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
One, 2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Back up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's Bryce Harper now. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Oh, and 1 the count to Bryce Harper.
No.
1-1.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Fouled away. Here's another 2-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch, and it's fouled away. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch.
Ball.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
Down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Into the box, Didi Gregorius. As he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner, it's 0-1. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they lead it by a margin of 9-3. Leading off the inning, Chris Bryant, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
First pitch coming, here it is. A little tardy there, no balls and a strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
And he lays off for ball 1.
It's playing 11. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. Now the 3-2 pitch. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Here's the payoff pitch. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Here's the first pitch to him.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. A ball and 2 strikes now. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And he fouls this one off. Bryant gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Ball.
2-0. Runner at first here, one man out. Three and 0 now.
3-0.
From the belt, the pitch.
High.
Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
The 3-2 pitch. Grounded weakly to the right side. Kingery's there. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Stepping in, Kyle Schwarber. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Cubs strand 1. Still way back. It's 9-3. Alec Mills enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Alec Mills.
So next to the plate for the Phils, JT Realmuto. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit in the air out to right. Hayward is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
The center fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
Stepping in, Nick Williams, and he's trying to make this a 5-hit ball game for himself right here. First pitch on its way. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Scott Kingery.
Coming to the plate now, Scott Kingery. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Williams leads off first with one away. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Ready with the 1-1. And it's 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9, due up in the bottom of inning number 9. Phillies on top, 9-3. And Joe Girardi's going to get up off the dugout bench and confer at home plate, so we'll likely see a double switch here. Adam Morgan will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Adam Hazley is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Now playing center.
Now batting, Ian Happ. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball. 1-0.
Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it. Morgan is among a dying breed. Those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. And he misses 2-1.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Grounded to first. Hoskins gathers it in. And a step on first himself to the out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
In now, Jason Kipnis. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Let's go, Jason. Let's see it.
First delivery to him on the way.
Wait. No ball. 1 strike. Ball.
The 1-1 home is in there for the second strike.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Come on, come.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
Ball. No.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
The 2-2. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
The pitcher, number 30.
Nico Horner will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-1 on its way. And there's ball one.
Let's go. Wait for the pitch.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
2-1.
Runners on first with one down. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate. And then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Hoskins camps under it, and he's got it for out number 2.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Cubs are down to their final out now, and with it comes Javi Baez to the plate. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Not a bad spot to miss right there. Much rather have it run inside than out over the plate where the hitter can do a lot of damage.
One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. On the ground to the right side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Wow, this manager must be pulling his hair out. Not only does he have to deal with this pitcher walking people, now he's got to deal with his defense tripping all over themselves.
Now at the plate, Jason Hayward. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First delivery to him on the way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And to score, the runner from second.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around and score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. The head-to-head with Adam Morgan. He's 4 for 11. He also has 1 home run. Baez over at second. Hayward at first. 2 out in the inning. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
Hit down the third base line, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. 2 men are on with 2 men out. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Philadelphia Phillies rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Aaron Nola with his 4th win this season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.